Hi guys, it's Aimee Brewer with Parent Academy. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to meet for our last module and have a lot of fun practicing these skills that we've been learning all year. But I do understand that this is where we're at, and so what we thought we would do is just bring you a couple of videos and review the skills that we learned throughout each module. So today I'm going to be talking about math, and we're going to be reviewing those skills. So in our math module, we learned 4 basic skills. We learned counting, we learned shapes, we learned colors, and we learned patterning. And I'm going to give you a couple of really neat activities that you could do with these while you're at home during this quarantine time, this crazy time in our lives right now. Something that will, 1, get the kids out and moving, and 2, help you keep your sanity at home. So for counting, students need to know that counting is a sequential order of things. 1, 2, 3. We count in order, and each one of those numbers represents a quantity. And some really cool, fun activities that will help them get the wiggles out at home would be you could draw a number line on your sidewalk or driveway with chalk, and you could have them hop or skip the numbers as they count them. You can also draw a hopscotch, which is basically squares where you have numbers written in the squares, and you take a rock and you toss it. When it lands on a number, you ask your child, "What number is that?" Of course, if they don't know yet, it's okay to tell them, and then have them hop to that number as they count. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Another thing that is always really cool for my kids was blowing bubbles. I mean, every kid loves to blow bubbles. It's just so neat to watch them form a shape and float up into the air. So one thing that you could do is you could blow bubbles. And as your child alligator claps those bubbles to pop them, they can count each bubble as they pop it. So you can also find things around your house. You can look at toys, count toys. You can count cereal pieces. You can count snacks, those little gummy snacks or cookies, anything. You can count those things and have them count with you or count by themselves. These are all skills, and it's just practicing. And I know that sometimes it seems kind of repetitious to continue to count just basic things, but it gives them a lot of confidence when they know that they can do it on their own, and it gives them practice too. So for the next area was shapes, and we asked that every child learns at least 3 basic shapes before they enter kindergarten. Well, when they enter kindergarten, we're going to focus on some basic shapes. We're going to focus on circle, triangle, square, rectangle, and hexagon. And so if you learn 3 basic shapes like the triangle, the circle, and the square, they're going to be well ahead in kindergarten. And a couple of really cool activities to do with that is 1, simply going on a scavenger hunt or playing I Spy and really talking about the attributes of the shapes. And when I say attributes, I mean how many sides does a triangle have? That's how you can recognize that it's a triangle. Are the lines curved or straight? Because we know if it's a curved line, it's probably going to be a circle. So really discussing those things and having them practice. And another skill that you could tie into that I Spy or on your scavenger hunt when you're using shapes is you can use colors. We want them to know their basic colors. I mean, in kindergarten, we're going to teach those too, but isn't it really neat when you feel confident about something entering into it? And that's how we want your child to feel too. When they enter into kindergarten, we want them to feel confident in themselves so that they will share and participate more actively. So you could go on that I Spy, play that I Spy game or go on the scavenger hunt, and you can say, "I spy a black circle." Oh man, well, if I'm walking down the street, I'm going to be looking for that black circle, and I might see that that could be the tire on a car. That would be a black circle. You can find shapes all around you. All you have to do is look. And kids love playing that. I know that during our module when we were talking about the I Spy game, we talked about it in a restaurant or things like that. And I know that we can't be in restaurants right now, but we can definitely be outdoors and just get to enjoy nature and participate in everything that it has to offer. So, for our last skill that we learned, it was patterning. And patterning is being able to take a set of objects and put them in order and notice how the pattern is sequential or how it continues on. So, for example, if you have a color pattern, 2 red, 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 yellow, you have to be able to continue that patterning on. And what this is going to do is it's going to help your child not only in math, but it's also going to help them in reading, because a lot of what we do is retelling stories. And that is just going to take them much further whenever they can do it and feel confident in it. A lot of these skills that we talk about doing is really about building confidence. We know that we have to teach them a lot in kindergarten, and when they leave us, they're going to be a little bit more independent, but we want them to feel confident when they enter in. It just makes the whole school year go well. And I just really want to say that I was truly honored to be able to work with you guys this year, and I hope some of these activities have been fun for you and that you were able to take something away. I just encourage you to take this time with your family and your kids. Really spend it together, practice these skills, and take time learning one another. That's really what this time is all about. Again, I know that it's a big bummer that we don't get to participate in our fun end of the year game night, but it is what it is, right? And I hope that this has kind of encouraged you and helped you to find some activities at home. Think outside the box and do some things to help your child learn and grow. For right now, I just wish you well, and I hope that you stay safe. And until next time, we'll see you then.